The Spin-off Podcast Network.
This is Kiwi is back for a brand new season with more inspiring kōrero from special guests including rugby player, father and role model TJ Perenara.
My family bring me joy. Rugby brings me joy too, but it's not the same joy as my family brings me.
And global dancer and choreographer Kirsten Dodgen.
For some reason, people think I'm very intimidating.
Listen to the new season of This is Kiwi, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in collaboration with KiwiBank. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Talofa Lover. I'm Madeline Chapman, editor at The Spin-off. If you have the means, consider supporting our high-quality journalism by becoming a Spin-off member. Sign up now at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
We play board games.
Oh my God.
It was a Monday.
Excuse me, sorry.
That's insane.
Sorry. What?
What do you mean?
What? You play board games with us?
I can play board games with multiple people.
No, not anymore.
And now I bought Wavelength and we can play it.
Kia ora. Welcome to The Real Pod. This is your reality TV recap in real life in New Zealand podcast.
You can't not sing it now.
Oh, I can't.
Like, even that was like you desperately trying not to sing it and you kind of sang it. You sort of rapped it.
I want to say sorry, but I'm not sorry. My name is Janie. I'm joined by Alex Casey and Duncan Grieve. We're all of the Spin-off. We're all here to talk shit, basically.
What? Talk shit?
Yeah.
I was here to talk about the facts.
No, wrong
I'm
podcast.
here. Talk about them changing.
Hey, I just want to do a shout out to OMG Ness because she has been talking up the Real Pod.
Has she?
Well, I should
What?
call it like the Spin-off podcast, but that's us.
Yeah,
And,
that's actually appropriate.
And on her Instagram, she was like, I did 3 massive interviews last week as part of my promo round, and my favourite was the Spin-off podcast. That's us.
That's us.
Do you
I just
know-
want to be someone's favourite.
I have a horrible thing that I want to say.
Oh, okay.
When I hugged Ness,
Uh-oh.
I put foundation on her jacket.
Oh my God, I saw that. I was like,
Well,
oh,
I think it was me. I think it was me, but we can't be sure.
that is huge news.
When did you say it?
Does that ruin a jacket, or does it at least require a dry
It
clean?
requires work. It requires treatment to get it out.
Yeah. Oh, I think you can, what's the hairspray or something gets makeup out of?
Does it?
Something
Was
I
it
mean,
set
she
up
would
by the-
know. It might not have been me.
She's got $50,000.
She's been doing the rounds.
She can go buy a new jacket, Alex.
I don't think that's. I think she needs to be more focused than buying a new jacket.
That's true. Hey,
New van.
in breaking news, not quite up to the real news yet, but I've just seen on Facebook, Wayne Lewis has posted, because I know that you have a relationship with mushrooms from your old flat, mushrooms growing from the ceiling.
Yes.
There is a corn that grows mushrooms on it. Look at that. Looks
That
revolting.
looks awful.
There you go. So that's
Kind
corn,
of sculptural, though.
corn mushroom crossover news. Anyway. If you want to find The Real Pod Corner, it's on Facebook, facebook.com/groups/Real Pod Corner. Also, our Instagram is growing. The numbers are up, everyone. You can be part of that.
The movement.
Instagram.com/the spin-off. I just need to do the app
Podcast
thing,
Network.
The Spin-off Podcast Network. Don't need to do the Instagram bit. It's not. It's like saying www.
HTTP.
That was what I felt bad about. It was always omgnest.co.nz, and I was like, you don't need to do that anymore.
What, the .co.nz?
Yeah, because
But what
it-
if people think it's a .com? How do you know? Or a
No,
.net?
because everyone just uses Google. No one types a URL into a bar anymore. That's finished.
I do.
You do?
Yeah, so
Whoa.
does Tina.
What?
So-
The full? No, not the
No.
coast to coast URL.
Yeah, it's Spectrum,
What?
young
do,
and old.
do HTTP
No!
colon /
No, but
/
what if there's an omgnest.com out there? I want to make sure I get to the right one. What I
No, but
actually
you
do.
just OMGNest, and then you find out things about their ranking.
Okay, anyway.
Whoa, this is a Christmas tree website. OMG Ness, your number one source for tomorrow's trends.
Thank you very much.
No, but if you just type OMGNest,
You think you're ordering balloons and you end
Into
up with a bloody
Google.
Christmas tree from America.
still good.
That's
This
true.
has actually got some funny jokes on this, but we've got some sarcasm
Give us
jokes.
one.
What about an omgnest.com, omgnest.co.nz crossover, whereby you get a midwinter Christmas with balloons and a tree? That's just business.
It's just business.
business.
So, the Apprentice 2022.
Okay, shall we get on with it?
Yeah.
I thought that was it.
Have we started? Okay, real news. In the realest news, I'm going to buy some new bloody chairs for the studio.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
Speaking
These
away.
ones, we got them from Kmart. Good price. Real good price.
What kind of price are we talking? Wait. $17.
Up.
24.
Up.
Oh,
I don't know if that's good price.
I'm out.
25. 25. You can buy them second hand for 17 though.
Wow, that's
From the
terrific.
Spin-Off Podcast Network. These squeakers.
If you've got a real pub museum of your own, then you can add our chairs to it.
Many butts. Famous butts.
Famous butts, true.
Speaking of
I've been there.
famous butts, there are some famous butts heading to an undisclosed island location for Celebrity Treasure Island. Actually, they've been there and come back. But we're going to get the telly show next month, which I'm very excited about. And the first lot of cast has been announced.
We've had 2 hot drops already.
Who's in the
There's
drop?
a mega.
Whoa. I've only heard the
Oh.
first drop.
Yeah, there's more this morning.
Can you
That's why it's
reveal?
called real news. It's breaking news.
New to me.
So what we know so far is it has been shot up north.
Right. On an island or just a regional park or
I
something?
mean, isn't all of New Zealand?
All of New Zealand's
Yeah,
just-
that's true.
the whole thing is a treasure island.
Exactly.
And I've heard tremendous things from the very mouth of Brie herself. Have I talked about when I bumped into Brie walking her dog?
Oh my God. How many celebrities can you
The
bump into?
names are dropping.
Sorry.
Walking a dog?
I'm sorry.
Can you just explain who Brie is?
Brie Thomasell is the host of the ZM Drive show and also the co-host of Celebrity Treasure Island
Hey,
with
hang
Matt
on.
Chisholm.
So
Brianna.
Chizzo's back.
Oh, Chizzy's back. Reality,
I remember he was
reality
taking-
ringmaster.
Yeah.
Matt Chisholm is back.
Oh, and the drink. Love it.
Speaking of famous butts.
Ice cold fizz, just a moment.
True. Big
Hey,
Belfie.
so how did your encounter go? Did you approach her?
I was at the bus stop. I saw the dog first, of course. Eye contact with the dog, connecting with the dog, approaching the dog,
What kind
patting
of dog?
the dog.
What kind of dog?
I would say oodle of some kind, and kind of that sort of colour, like the reddy,
Oh, like
the
a
reddy brownie.
a cavoodle.
Cavoodle.
Yeah, I reckon. Possibly. And then I looked up and it was Brianna. So I'd had a good solid, couple
Wait.
seconds with the dog first.
That's her name, Brianna.
Well, how her mum addresses her in her viral TikToks.
know that.
She goes, Brianna.
Okay, I need
He
to
tells
get
her
on-
off.
on my
Anyway, I was very excited for the show. She said it's going to be great. There's
Did
a
she
lot
know
of strategy
who
chat.
you were?
Yes, I've interviewed her before.
Right.
I mean, no, she didn't recognise me. I obviously explained at length who I was. But she said it's going to be great. There's a lot of crazy strategy and backstabby and
Love it.
blood on the tracks.
I really need this out the back of No More Apprentice. I really need to dig into Celebrity Treasure Island.
Speaking of The Apprentice,
Yeah.
I've got the producer on the fold next week, don't I?
Not next week, week after, I think.
Same thing.
Or maybe it's
Anyway,
next
look
week.
forward to that.
No,
Cast.
it is next week. You're right. It's next week. It's
Yeah.
next week. No, it's week after. It's week after. Comes out on a
Anyway,
Monday.
it's exciting reality TV fold crossover event. And
It's
the
huge.
cast.
The cast. Angela Bloomfield.
Oh, yes.
Love that.
Sir Wayne Buck Shelford.
Good.
Chris Parker.
Great.
Jess Tyson. Jess,
I'm just not on.
I don't know who that is.
So old.
Jess Tyson, former Miss World New Zealand.
Okay, good.
No
Always,
stranger to competition.
always good to have one of those in there. Yep, carry on.
Joe Damond.
He's a
Profiled on
real
the
profile
spin-off.
by Stuart Salmon. Very good profile.
Very good profile.
Comedian.
Very famous, sold out Sky City,
Yeah,
kind of online
just-
comedian.
Beast.
Online
Great.
comedian.
Laughs are plenty already.
And Lana Searle, who you may know from what's his name? Gary, Cy,
And
Lana.
Lana.
and Lana.
Nope.
And all the rest of the Breakfast Club on More FM. So that was the first hot drop. Second hot drop, okay, I don't know how to say this name. And she's an Olympian. Anna Simkick?
And it's Simcock.
Simpson?
No,
Simsick.
Simsic. Simsic?
Simsick. She's a swimmer, right?
Simcic.
Yeah, Simsick, I think. Well, I mean, I think that's how they always, what they called her in the 1800s. She's been like an Olympian from way back, swimmer.
In the
right?
90s, yeah.
Yeah.
And now she's a life advisor for athletes. It's quite interesting. JJ Fong?
Yeah.
Great.
Kimberly Crossman.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Exchanged DMs with her in LA. Carry on.
Oh my,
Wow.
what? You lived in LA?
It's crazy.
We talked about the earthquake when the earthquake happened. We're like, you're right.
Was she
Out for
okay?
a coffee. We never did that.
You never did it.
But now maybe.
Probably not.
Okay.
If it's not going to happen
Not
in
with
LA,
that-
it's
not
not
with
going
that
to
attitude.
happen in Auckland, is it?
In Roskill? Roskill South?
Roscoe North Heights.
Lance Savalli, who is a dancer, incredibly handsome, famous choreographer.
Love it. Need handsome people.
Tammy Davis.
Yep. Good.
And more to come.
Oh, I love more to come.
There's 2 more drops.
2 more drops. It's
It's a
already
huge-
absolutely
Huge
stacked.
cast.
This is
So I think
great.
the final announce is out Sunday morning. We will have the full rundown on the spin-off. Tara Ward is beavering away at that right now. Sorry.
Why is Beaver
Why is
become
everyone saying
the-
beaver
it's just
today?
gone
It's crazy.
huge.
In other reality TV news, Lego Masters New Zealand is coming to New Zealand.
So excited.
It's real weird if it went to somewhere
It
else.
would. It's going to be on TVNZ. You can apply now if you're a little Lego freak. But do you know what? I'm so scared. I love the show.
know.
I'm scared that we just don't have the talent.
It's going to be nailed it.
It's going to be, look,
Lego nailed it.
I made a little house with a garage and some trees out the front.
Oh my gosh, Sasha Judd should enter this.
Who's that?
I've got like a friend who's written for the spin-off about fandom and stand-up, and has created like this full Lego town, and then created, which is like a normal out of the box thing, but has created like a full what?
I think I just did a burp. Sorry.
Nah, all good.
Okay.
And then created like a whole subway system underneath it, which doesn't
Whoa.
exist in Lego World, and
What?
like it's just crazy. So I reckon she should.
Is it still together?
Yeah, it's at her house. So
Well, I mean, did she do it quickly? Because that's part of the thing, right? You can't just be like, I'll be back in 2 years after I've built a subway system.
I would guess not.
Yeah. See, that's where everyone comes undone. If we all had all the time in the world, I've got an 18,000 piece puzzle at home. Never opened it.
18,000.
I could-
Jesus, Jane.
You know, the zoo has their garage sales every now and again, and it was $30 down from 300 and something. I was like, I love a puzzle and I love a bargain.
18. What's the
A zoo
record?
garage sale?
All of the stuff is crazy.
I don't know what else to say. That's what I've got.
$30.
How big is it?
It's huge. Like you'd need a room to be working on it for a long, long time.
How big is it in the box? Is it like, how big's
the
the
box is like this big.
Surely no one's ever finished an 18,000 piece
Oh,
puzzle.
they have.
Surely no one's ever done it while podcasting and won a Guinness World Record.
Yeah, that's the crossover
That's the
event.
crossover event.
Jimmy McGuinness. Do you recognise that name?
World record?
Yeah, no. Jimmy McGuinness had 10 years worth of junk mail. You might remember.
Oh, our friend in
Jimmy.
the...
Our friend in Timaru,
Trilby.
he sold them. The auction's over. Guess how much he fetched? There were 12 bids and 18,000 views. Guess how much he fetched for his collection?
Do we have to actually guess?
Yeah,
I think
that's-
it sold for $112.
What about you, Duncan? What do you think?
$240.
$400. Absolutely
Whoa.
smashed all our expectations.
I just wanna
Jimmy,
know-
Jimmy.
We need a Jimmy chance to. Can I just want to know? Like, I don't need to know who won and how much they paid. I need to know that it actually got picked up and the sale was concluded, because there's real problem with like comedy bids on these sort of quite specific auctions.
Oh, no, it was a charity auction, so I'd like to think, like he's donating the money to St John Ambulance or a charity of the winning bidder's choice.
Jimmy,
What if-
Jimmy, Jimmy.
What if the winning bidder was like, the charity is me, give me my money back?
Whoa.
Played the
Crazy
system.
dark thing to do.
That's not how Jimmy does it.
Do you want to hear a story of hope?
Of course.
There is a 17-inch rescue horse. 17 inches is very small.
What?
It is tiny.
What
His
is
name's
that?
Peabody. He's only 6 weeks old.
Can I-
so that's-
oh.
no,
it's a small horse
bullshit.
that's been
no.
born.
Listen, he's the smallest horse in the world for his age. He's just shy of 9 kilograms at 9 weeks old.
I'd be pretty shy too.
He was so small he couldn't reach his mum's udder, so he was rescued by this woman in San Diego. They thought he was...
Rescue horses in. Oh, I thought it was like a horse that went out and rescued people.
No, this is a horse that was rescued by people.
Oh, he's got little shoes on.
He's extremely
can I
cute.
see wee
and
man?
He lives indoors with 3 French bulldogs. Like, just lays on the couch. I thought he was blind and deaf, but he turns out, and his jaw was all out of alignment. But the jaw's back in place now, and he's not blind after all, but he is still deaf.
So what kind of scale can we expect him to tap out at?
I don't know, but at the moment he's the size of. I mean, I think even a babe, like a newborn horse, is still much bigger than that. You know, so at 6 weeks old, he should be well on his way to the gallops. But he's
sweet little boy.
He is so fucking cute. I can't deal. I've never loved a horse so much in all my life.
He's a little joker.
And my last bit of news. Oh God. Oh, I'm gonna have to. Sorry, to talk amongst yourselves.
What is it?
How's that Red Bull Tropical Edition going?
It's actually really nice.
Wait, sorry, we're not sponsored. That's worth money. What you're doing right there.
Well, I'm still allowed to ask a question.
Okay.
Like, how's that Koto? How do you pronounce it?
I think it's Koto.
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 Terrible. I mean,
Koto.
think about the name of your brand.
But I think
how's that Koto jumper going?
It's good. I'm terrified to wash it, so I simply haven't.
No, I never wash.
Simply haven't.
I don't wash wool ever. Is
it fine? It's nature, right? So a sheep doesn't have a
literally
bloody
don't
bath.
ever wash wool.
Well, I mean, is this wool what you're wearing now? Because
Just okay, steady on. Yes, and like I know that it's
What's wrong with it?
covered in fur.
It's covered in fur, and there's also
Fur's hard,
there's
though.
some
You
little
can't-
marks down
You
there.
can't even wash fur
Some sort of
off necessarily.
Sticky
I
stuff
knew
down the
that
side
Nikki
there.
told me it was fine. I knew it wasn't fine.
She did you dirty.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, in the Real Pod Corner, John.
They're not all like that. It's just this one that attracts it. You know, it's got like a static charge.
Just so you can all be reassured, he's taken it off.
I'm real embarrassed now.
Okay, this will make you feel better. John Nottage in the Real Pod Corner sent this lovely message, posted this, and I wanted to share it with everybody. Team, I have a confession. For the past year and a half, I haven't listened to the podcast because of no reason apart from being a complete fool. Today I listened to the latest episodes and holy heck, what a joy it was. It was so nice to hear their lovely voices, that's us, and all the familiar stings. I had no idea what was going on as I don't watch The Apprentice or The Block, but I laughed out loud like a maniac in the office regardless. BRB, delving into all the old episodes and the other spin-off podcasts. If our lovely hosts are lurking, thanks for doing what you do.
Oh my god.
It's honestly the nicest.
Nottage.
Super lovely message that I just wanted to read out. Shout out
so
to you, John,
kind.
and just I want to encourage all
We
of
are
you
lurking,
to send us lovely messages like that.
to be clear.
Rate, review, subscribe,
Yeah.
dab.
Laugh out loud in your office.
Tag your flatties.
I'm wondering, do people know that we came back?
I mean, I think that's the problem, right? I don't know that we press released or anything. I think we just snuck back on in the feed.
That's our style.
How much does it cost to hire a plane with a sign out the back? Like
reckon-
legit? How much?
Like, let's do that.
Okay.
I think we should do that with like Real Pods back, ellipse, all right, exclamation mark. Come on, that's good. That's good copy.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back to recap the Block NZ.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed about my jumper.
Kia ora, Justin Giovanetti here, and I'm the political editor at The Spinoff. This podcast, like so much of the work we do at The Spinoff, is made possible by the support of our members. To find out more about The Spinoff members and how you can help us keep producing quality, independent journalism, visit members.thespinoff.co.nz and do it today.
Kia ora, Duncan Grieve here, managing editor and host of another spin-off podcast you should subscribe to if you haven't already. It's called The Fold, and it's about one of my all-time favourite topics, one I've been reporting on and obsessing over for some years now, the chaotic but incredibly exciting and fun New Zealand media industry and scene. Subscribe now wherever you get your podcasts, and join me for in-depth analysis and interviews with some of the most influential and interesting players in New Zealand's media.
Righto.
Righto!
Thanks for sticking around through the break. We're going to talk just briefly about Love Island. I know you've not watched a single second, Duncan, but that's all right. It is what it is. That's terrible.
Duncan's
That's
a proper
terrible
mug.
It's got good, hasn't it?
It's gotten so good. I nearly bailed on it, but I'm all caught up now. And Casa Amor is around the corner. It's
around
all
the corner.
kicking off.
Literally, probably just around the corner, given that they go on their dates outside the front door.
Yeah.
It's such a funny show. If you want to hear weekly recaps of what's happening on Love Island, you can check out the Culture Vulture podcast by our friends at Shit You Should Care About. Right, what?
No, I just feel like I want to talk about it for like 2 more seconds.
Yes, please.
Who are your favourites?
My favourites are, I love Faye.
I love
I'm
Faye.
all in on Faye.
What about Tyler and Kaz? I think Tyler and Kaz for the win.
Oh, Tyler and Kaz
at
is
this
a
point.
really nice new coupling. But I just love Faye's one-liners. I think
Incredible.
she's great.
I think Hugo's fake.
Do you? You've been really dark on Hugo from the word go. I quite like him, except for his...
Hugo creeps me out.
I want Hugo to be a good guy.
Well, I do think the Chloe Hugo thing is right there.
It's
right
right
Chloe,
there.
she's like, maybe you should just start going for guys who are really nice to you. And she's like, no, I don't want to.
He is being, I hate to use the term, fussy, isn't he?
Huh?
It's like, you got to take what you can get in Love Island. It's the
He
premise
can't
of the
get
show.
anything.
I know, he had AJ, didn't he? He had AJ, and then that other girl came in and she was keen on him, and he sort of let that go too.
Oh, yeah.
What was her name? Georgia something. She was in and out like a blimmin' quick thing. All right, anyway, let's go to the block. It's kitchen week.
I really enjoyed listening to you guys talk about Love Island. I can say this. I felt like I'm like a.
You're one of those cornies who doesn't listen.
Yeah, what's that?
You're
fellow's name?
nottage.
Nottage.
A nottage. You're a real nottage. It's kitchen week on the block. Huge week. Huge spaces, high ceilings, lots of paintings. Skylights are galore in this season, I have to say.
Pendants. For days.
And on seeing some plants go by him, Keegan said, decorative, makes no sense to me.
Keegan.
Keegan is so good. I'm sad he got injured.
He quite badly injured, I reckon.
Nailed. And the crazy thing is, it wasn't even like by his own tomfoolery or another contestant. It was in a challenge. He got donked by someone quite hard.
Yeah.
Didn't he?
Is that okay?
I don't know.
Anyway, look, I'm sure they've got lawyers to deal with that sort of thing, and I'm sure they signed things to say, if I die on the set, it's fine.
Bury me under house number 2.
So quite a stressful week. Dan's having a great old time, pranking Meg like there's no tomorrow. Hides her screw. She's putting together. She's spending
Dan.
40 minutes. This is Friday. She's spending 40 minutes at a time putting together these bloody dining room chairs. And Dan thinks, I know what I'll do. I'll send her bonkers, and I'm going to hide one of her screws.
I love them too.
They're pretty good.
Same.
So wholesome.
So wholesome.
Like any time they've got like a tiny advantage that they've totally earned, they just want to give it back because I want to know what's going on like in their backgrounds that made them so nice.
Do you know what? I would love to see them on the same season with the evil twins and just see what kind of craziness would get stirred up. It's like good and evil.
It is like good and evil. You're right.
Anyway, the block, heaven and hell.
Oh my God. That's a great idea.
Write that down.
Write that down.
Yeah, how come they don't do it? Have they ever done like the Block All Stars or anything?
I thought there was a plan to do something, wasn't there?
It just seems like it's a bit overdue.
I feel like there was, for some reason, my memory's going, there was a thing where they were going to do like newbies versus oldies, and then it didn't happen. It changed.
Sounds tense.
Anyway.
What about just the block? Duds. Wall to wall duds.
That would actually be sick.
Ethan and
It's like
Sam just like.
Ling and Zane.
Ling and Zing, Pete and Andy, Ethan and Sam, all the bro teams.
The Beepo.
totally.
Who did the Beepo?
Dills and Dills.
Oh, the headbutt.
Yeah, that's probably fine.
It's probably okay if he's paid his dues.
I think that they should get into more like stunt seasons.
I think there needs to be more stunts in general in this COVID era. I think there's not enough. Everyone's been locked indoors. I mean, mostly not New Zealand, but we just need more stunts.
We need more brightness in our lives. So if either of the Warner brothers are listening, get onto it.
Stunt up. Okay. I just want to mention the readovers because I don't think we've talked about this. The readovers when they're explaining their rooms and they have the illustrations.
So funny. Keegan's
one.
What was that?
It was sublime.
They are all extremely monotone and like you can hear them reading a piece of paper and like I half expect them to say at the end of it, and this is my picture. Like it's very, very funny, and I don't know why it's standing out this season so much over other seasons, but pure crack up.
Did they always do it? Or was
Yeah.
it Mark sometimes?
No, I think they've always done it.
Love
Really?
it.
I
Yeah.
don't think they've always done it.
They have.
I mean, you would know.
They've always done. Yeah, no, I've watched.
I would not.
I've watched a lot of Block. I'm all blocked up. They have always done it.
I've heard evidence to the contrary. We haven't had any toilet
is
talk.
fantastic.
Oh, that was just outing me. Okay. Other note, I've got quite a lot of notes on this episode because there's no apprentice, so we're diving in quite deep. So any episode that I watched, so I've got like a lot to talk about in just one tiny episode. Soz.
Let's do it.
Okay. Connie and Rach have the same light as Dylan and Keegan, and it's thrown Dylan into a spin. Bear in mind, Friday afternoon, it's like 4 o'clock. Got to get to the shops before closing. But no worries, a brand new Spanish brass pendant's just arrived in the country and they get it first. How does that work?
What do you mean?
They're pulling TV strings, right? You can't just happen upon they've just unpacked a Spanish brass pendant.
No, I reckon you can.
Friday afternoon,
Friday
got the new stock. I don't know, for the new week. Is that how
Oh, tradie Alex is cool.
Is it new stock? New stock for the weekend.
Is that how
for the
shop
weekend
works?
rush? I don't know.
I think a shop would work like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
good
get
enough.
stuff on the Friday, pack in.
Also, can we talk about a fridge with a camera inside it?
Yeah.
How do you feel
I
about
didn't
that?
know about this.
This is technology, baby.
Yeah,
On the
it's a smart
inside
fridge. It's
or the
it's-
outside?
It's on the inside, and it basically so that you can look at your fridge without having to open the door, which is obviously such a pain in the behind. but it also has got apps, so many apps. But the main one, I think, like as I understand it, with smart fridges, you can have like if you put your milk in a particular place and then you run out of milk, the smart fridge goes, "You've run out of milk." That's how it talks, and then it just, I'll order you some more.
Hang on, it orders you more milk.
Yeah,
This is
like
not-
just like
Can
a
we-
robot,
This
fridge
is
robot.
not the truth.
Someone
No.
out there clip Duncan
Terminator
saying you've run
Genesis.
out of milk. Dubstep remix. Let's go.
Look,
Yeah.
why? Okay, I understand that you probably save a little bit of energy or whatever by not opening the fridge door. But if you're the last to use the milk, you know you've run out of milk, don't you? Do you think you've put an empty?
Maybe your flatties.
You've put an empty container of milk
right.
back in the fridge. You close the door, and then the fridge goes to you. We've run out of milk.
So can we duet now?
Also, we have run out of milk. Like a unit. The fridge is part of the family.
I mean, if I had
I'm
a smart
obsessed with
fridge,
this
it would be
tech.
part of the family. I do love gadgets, but I don't know about this. It's a Android, right? What if you're an Apple? Does it just won't tell you?
It won't talk. But also, it's like a giant screen. It's going to get dirty finger marks all over
Bloody
it.
kids are going to stick their maple
know.
syrup fingers all over there.
But they are going to. The kids are exactly the target market. They're going to run out of milk, stick the bottle
They're
in
going to do it on
empty.
purpose.
Yeah, but then it'll know. So it'll be like, it'll do, because it's probably got like a smart weighing scale.
Oh my god.
Why not a glass door? Why do you need
Because glass is
noise?
like heat, like it'd be a 1-star power situation.
This is amazing technology. I missed this completely. So who's got the camera fridge?
I feel like
Keegan
Dylan and
and
Keegan have.
Dylan.
Yeah.
Classic.
Also, I feel like it's spying on you if you're going in for the midnight snack. You know, there's no more surreptitious snacking.
It'd be great if it
True.
was like, last night Jane had a cookie, 2 a.m., like snitched on you to the family.
I'm not keeping my cookies in the fridge for a start.
I'm freaking out of this fridge character. It's so funny.
I want one of these fridges.
Have you had those primal like cookies? They're like the ones that they got like a half chocolate dip. They're like all seeds in that.
No.
Delicious.
It doesn't sound like a
I
cookie.
keep them in the fridge.
Sounds like a muesli bar.
It's kind of like a hybrid.
Hey, actually, you know what? I know that Samsung has given fridges to influencers. So how about it, Samsung?
We're right here.
Does anyone know Sam?
Our fridge is dumb as hell.
Our fridge is a complete idiot.
It's crazy how stupid it is. It just sits there being cold.
And the door opens the wrong way. So you're backed right into the corner.
It's actually my old fridge. I just don't know how to change the doors over.
It does make ice. That's impressive.
That is
I don't
really good.
understand that.
Yeah.
I don't know where the ice comes from.
No, I know.
Okay.
I'll teach you.
Okay.
We should
But
have
I'm going to do the smart fridge for us so I don't feel one.
Okay, Tim and Artie, actually the least stressed out of everyone. And I tell you what, good week for them, but we'll get to that. Everyone else is just stressed AF.
Yeah.
Meg and Dan got no bloody dining table come come 6 o'clock.
Have to ask the
on
wolf.
Friday. They have to ask the wolf for special dispensation for delivery of their dining room table after 6.
Where is it coming from?
A truck!
Cross
Track.
traffic.
7:30 p.m. it finally turns up. After tools down, Connie and Rachel with so much to do. So much still to do. There's masking tape, there's grouting to be done.
That grouting was really stressful.
They've got 17,000 tradies in their kitchen, and tools downtime, they're like, we'll pop to the pub with them.
Kind of loved that.
Yeah, that's what I'd
fair.
want to do.
Hey, to be fair, I haven't been watching the regular episodes, just the room reveals, but I know that especially Meadowbank feels like one where there was a lot of going out to the pub up the road.
They're pubbing a lot in Kingsland as well.
Oh, well, you couldn't not in Kingsland.
That's true.
Has there been much pubbing this season? Has anyone you've been watching other episodes?
Listeners? Call in.
Nottage?
Hey, we're going to get a landline in here, by the way.
Are we?
Yeah, imagine that. We could open up the lines.
That's crazy.
Well, if we do the Guinness World Record longest podcast, we'll have to be... Oh, but you can't go out live because then it's just a radio show.
Yeah. Wait, but we can tell people when we're going to be on. We can live stream it, and so
Yeah,
people
yeah.
can call in, and then we can release it 3 years later. I mean, it's a faultless plan.
But yeah.
Okay, what else happened?
Well, we could do reader audio questions. Like
Yeah.
send us a voice memo.
Yeah, I mean,
Ask your...
there's so many options. We could also just
Ask the robot
say
fridge.
we're going to be recording during this time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, can we please
Ask a
get the robot
fridge.
fridge?
You could shoot a little show inside the fridge.
You could empty out the shelves
you
and
just
sit-
need only like the little horse. No one else can fit. Sweet little horse. It'd be so
Great.
cold,
It
like
would be
it's
cold.
wearing shoes.
Yeah.
You'd kill it. Imagine if you killed Peabody. And froze to death. Podcast
The real
stunt.
bot kills Peabody
New Zealand-
in fridge sitcom stunt.
New Zealand podcast.
We have been talking about how we
kills
need some publicity.
Peabody. I tell you
Kill
what,
the tiny horse.
people would bloody listen to the podcast though, wouldn't they?
Fucking would.
It'd be on the Daily Mail. Okay.
Again.
Anyway, Dylan and Keegan don't get to do their coastal feature colour. The Butler's business is so boring.
Yeah, you've really gone too deep.
Sorry, I've also got here just an FYI. I love an island without a sink or a stovetop. I just want to say, as someone who likes to be in the kitchen area now and then, I love having a bench space that is uninterrupted by a sink or
This
a
is you
stovetop.
talking.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I hate it.
What?
Because it's just like, what even is it?
That's for your baking and your kneading bread and your piling of shit on. You don't want the bloody dishes stacked up and then you've got nowhere to put your muffin trays.
This is how it ends.
What, is this the end of the real pod because of this?
Just
That is
disagree, mate.
this
It's
is
very
a
fundamental.
ridiculous hill to die
All right,
on.
I won't.
Okay.
Right.
You were going to quit. So we could keep going, is it? Are you
Do you
about
have
to
to
actually
go?
run out?
I don't know. I was
pulling
trying to
out
figure
your,
it out. I don't know
little
what
tablet in a way that
Sorry, I feel
suggests
like
you
this
have
is
to
getting quite
go.
derailed. Let's get back into it. We're back in the kitchen.
The gold sink. Is it too
Oh,
late? Is it
that's
too
horrible.
early? The gold sink is one of the craziest sinks I've ever seen. And I've seen a fair few.
It was horrible sink, and then it had brass tapware, so the gold was very bright, and then the brass was like, they didn't match.
It was disgusting.
I thought Dylan was going to be like the man
I
with
know.
design.
But he was like, you're on the block, go big. It's like, yeah, just don't do, like, especially when you know that these judges are like real conservative.
Also, like, it's like they went, we're going to make it all very, very plain and just go all in on the sink. Feature sink.
It's crazy. I'm like still angry
You're
about
very
it.
angry. There was an aroma give and take.
Love that.
Meg gave Tim and Artie basil, so they made some lovely pesto and then ate it all. Dylan and Keegan got a fennel bowl for Rachel.
Rachel was so pissed. That
The
was probably
rage.
the highlight of the episode.
So, is this from the bin?
You gotta have a ban.
Show me
the
the
receipt.
And then she chucks it into the abyss. So angry.
But she loves fennel too. Like,
yeah.
I thought it was a great little...
It was good little
callback.
payback.
How do you make
Callback.
fennel? Does fennel like smell?
It just smells
It
sitting
smells
there?
like licorice-y.
You just
I know, but don't you need to kind of like rub it between your
just
fingers?
cut it and it stinks.
Oh,
But I
okay.
don't know what could you do to make it. I don't know. Put it in some pantyhose and hang it from your
Wow.
cut it up. Put it in some pantyhose and hide it in your
This is the seal section
What
in the
are
middle
you
of the pod, eh?
talking about? Why are you saying pantyhose so often?
hide it in your dried flowers.
Is that a euphemism?
Create. Oh my god! No! Don't refer to it as trying.
This has been too much.
Tim and Artie give Meg and Dan some lemon, with which Meg makes a story with lemon icing. And
some
does
old
a
cake.
a fakey cakey. I think she just should have drizzled her own icing.
Yeah,
on
No,
top.
what was she
double dress.
thinking? It was crazy.
Rachel gave Dylan cinnamon, and they made some lovely mulled wine, which apparently smelt yum. I can't even. I'm sorry, I'm about to vomit.
Yeah, careful what you wish for, Nottage. Are we back?
Tim and Artie hang the Artie nice and low for Anne Louise, because she's a bit of a shorty. So the thing is, you hang Art at eye height, is that right? Like you don't.
Oh, yeah.
People often
you?
quite go a bit too high or some shit.
Oh.
Oh God. Okay, let's get to the room reveal.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, house one, Connie and Rach. They're bringing nature indoors. They've custom made a wall hung bench seat with green velvet. Now these people have children, right? I feel like velvet's very hard to clean. In a kitchen area with your grubby yogurt hands and
The people buying this house.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, Connie and Rachel have children, so don't they know? Do they
there was
not
a lot
know?
to talk about. It was like fingerprints seemed like the main thing.
This is the
of
glass.
the episode.
Okay, yeah, I mean, as parents, we can attest to the problem of fingerprints.
Right. The velour seat is a big problem as
I
well.
think
Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Crime scene could be useful.
That's true. I just think they botched it.
They totally botched it. The whole thing was horrible. They could have put like a nice wet bar or something there, you know? Like a wet bar. Like
What's that mean?
It's like a bar.
But why do you call it a wet bar?
Because that's what they call it in Sister Wives. It's like where you make your drinks.
So what's a dry bar?
Where you don't have... It's got a sink in it.
Oh,
I think that's what makes it a
yeah,
wet bar.
yeah. Fuck, that's cool.
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah. Okay.
It had no soul. It had no soul.
It's very smart but soulless, unfinished, no inner expression. Chris thought that the velvet seat looked like a waiting area.
Yep.
Accurate. And in the dining room, Anne-Louise thought it was tacky and ghastly. Like, that is
She
quite
was
mean.
throwing down, eh?
Glass top with kids is a nightmare. Someone
It
else
is
had a glass
madness.
top, but that was the house
I
where
think
kids
with
aren't allowed.
adults, it's a kind of a nightmare.
Yeah. Chairs
Never
look
get it
cheap,
clean.
mirrors don't work, gonna have to get rid of those. All designed for someone who doesn't exist. The perfect couple with perfect children. I'm pleased to hear they don't exist, by the way. Makes me feel better.
There you go. Savage. They got like 4s, right?
They got
a 4.
a 4
From Anne Louise.
and then 7.5s, but they got 15.5 all up. House 2, Meg and Dan. What do we think?
What was it again? Lemon party.
Lemon. I thought it was lovely. Like I don't normally go for like a sort of blandy, pure white situation, but I thought this was lovely.
I thought it was too. I like the farmhouse sink. It was timeless. It was classic. Won't need to replace it for 10 years.
Yeah, nice cabinetry.
Are you supposed to replace your kitchen every 10 years or something?
Oh yeah.
What?
Otherwise, it'll be
Oh, look at me.
what this be? Be some French word for it, wouldn't there? Gauche. Gauche? Would it be gauche?
What does that mean?
Gosh. To keep a kitchen
To keep yeah.
for more than 10.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh, that's
I think you're
very-
supposed to repaint your roof or your house every 10 years as well. Do you know what I'm not very good at? Maintenance of any variety.
clip that. Clip that.
I'm not good at maintaining things. I want a kitchen that lasts me my life, please.
But is it just for style? It's not like the hinges wear out or something. It's just for
Oh
the
no,
look.
just for style because you
Ah.
get kitchens from the 1960s
You do.
still going strong.
See that. What
Bad
I like
tech.
about the farm style sink, I feel like it's a bath. Could be a bath.
Yeah, for a little horsey.
For a little Peabody. When Peabody's chilled in the fridge,
muddy-
you can
muddy
warm
shoes.
them up, and pop them in the.
So you can revive him, bring him back to life after he said, it's going to do the hot cod challenge. Peabody should be an influencer. Right.
Oh, he's influencing us.
Okay. Anyway, they what was the dining room like? They all
I
loved
don't know his name. I just call him Little Horsey.
It's Peabody.
Peabody hot cold challenge.
Oh, Anne-Louise was really into the dirty spoon, by the way. Not a euphemism. She's talking about the icing-covered spoon. The big old table they didn't necessarily love, but everything else was lovely. 26 points. That's a high score to beat. House 3, Dylan and Keegan, and Louise reckons it smells better than it looks. That's true of a lot of people, I know. And then some people look better
The
than
other
they
way
smell.
around, yeah.
True. Yuck, gold sink and brass tapware, too much yellow tones. Butler's pantry, nice and functional, but a bit boring. Dining room is nice.
Two
Yeah.
dishwashers.
Yeah, 2 dishwashers?
Yeah, one in the Butlers and one in the normal.
What is everyone doing? Like, what's going on
Right,
out
2
there?
ovens and 2 different
There were 2 ovens.
locations.
Meg and Dan had 2 ovens.
And 2 different types. They had a gas stovetop and then like an induction or a ceramic.
Because I think, so this is supposed to be targeting the executive set. I don't think they'll be cooking at all.
Oh, you
They'll
think
be
they're
out.
whooping?
Yeah, no,
they're out?
They're out making deals.
Which is good
or
because
ordering in.
if they're going anywhere near that dining table, it's going to be fingerprints aplenty.
Simone Anderson washes her husband's hats in the dishwasher.
She washes her shoes
What?
in the washing machine, and I tried that and ruined my fucking shoes. So I'm going to mount a case. Yeah, completely ruined my shoes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which shoes?
Well, I don't wear them anymore, do
What
I?
variety of ruination?
Just like I was an idiot. I don't even want to say it out loud because it's embarrassing.
What happened?
Well, they were leather.
Oh, well.
I thought that was fine.
No, you can't
So
wash
not
leather
fine.
shoes in the washing machine or anything.
I mean, the thing is, she's going to F45, right, in her sneaks and in her trainers, so she washes them. That's fine.
In the
They're-
dishwasher.
No, in the washing machine.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, but you don't put leather shoes in. It's,
No,
because
that's
I'm not going to
crazy.
F45, am I? I'm wearing my hardy outdoor shoes for my hardy outdoor activities of walking from the car to the office and back again.
Crazy.
Anyway, so now I'm just barefoot. And it's her fault. Okay.
Blue cheese bench top.
I
Thoughts?
didn't think it was that blue cheesy.
Yum.
Who?
Yuck.
You don't like blue
I
cheese.
don't like blue cheese
You don't like
either.
blue cheese. Tina?
Maybe
I've
it's
come
time to admit you're wrong.
to it. I've come around to it. I'm
Gorgonzola.
on a personal journey.
Yeah, I love that.
What did you say?
Very clever.
Gorgonzola instead of gorgonzola. Doesn't quite work.
Come on, Alex, you
No,
love
I like
anything.
it. I like it.
Blue cheese smells a bit like vomit to me.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Well,
Of course.
but who? Speaking
Terrible.
of vomit, did you see the guy in was it the marathon or the triathlon?
Triathlon.
Loved that.
I didn't see it enough.
Oh, it was bad. He did a little. So the guy who won did a little water vomit, which was not so bad to watch. But then he followed that up by a really massive hurl, and then someone else kind of came along and like
Ran through it?
triumphantly like laid down and rolled around when they finished right the spot where he did the vom. It was
Love
super
that.
gross.
Love that. Give that
Top level
person. Did they get a
sports.
medal? That person?
I don't think they did. Like
Oh, that's
all
tough.
for naught.
Giving it heaps. I saw some men peeing
Whoa.
in the Olympics or
in
just
the
at home?
Olympics in the cycling.
Oh, out the side.
Love that.
You're a
Yeah.
cyclist.
Yeah.
Necessary evil.
Yeah, it's a long race.
That's really fucking unfair that we can't do that. I mean, we could, but it's a lot more.
They have to stop. Like they stop.
Oh, they
no,
stopped.
no.
Because I've seen cyclists like whip it out through the bib
Oh,
shorts.
that's
while they're-
crazy. No, but that would be all over your mates, wouldn't it?
Well,
Do it when there's no one else around. Like get yourself
What
a
if
good
you're in the
lead.
peloton?
Well, don't do it while you're in the peloton.
hey, speaking of, Joe made a huge, bold prediction about George Bennett winning the men's road race. Came to naught.
So was Scott Stevenson on the news.
Was
though,
he?
to be fair.
So is that where he got it?
Probably, yeah.
What are you talking about?
Just sport chat.
Oh my god.
This has been Sport Chat.
Okay, let's go to house 3, 4, dining room,
One of
table,
them.
whatever than that.
The boys.
The boys, Tim and Artie, mi casa e su casa.
Loved it.
That's what they're calling their kitchen dining area. Chris reckons it's simple. He's happy, and Louise thinks it's good use of space. Huge butler's pantry. It's minimalist without being miserablest. I like that
Yep.
catchphrase.
Speaking of good catchphrase, heard David Seymour on Checkpoint last night, and he said that he's not a member of. Oh, he's not an opposition MP. He's a proposition MP.
That's great.
And because he's got all these big ideas.
Yeah.
I was like, that's good stuff, David. Well done.
Write that down,
Yeah.
David.
I was like, was that the first time you said that? Because then he kept returning to it over and over.
He loved it, yeah.
I was like, well done.
So everyone really likes House 4's stuff. The dining room's a bit boring in my opinion. Palm tree, definitely too small. But I don't know. And those drum lights, they're like, we don't like them, but they work. I'm like, how does that, when you don't like other stuff, you give it a 4.
Oh, the judges said that.
Yeah.
Right.
I think they just wanted to G the boys up.
Yeah, fair enough too. I think the boys potentially out of the competition if they didn't win some money.
Well, yeah, but the Keegan and other mate, They've not won any
Oh,
money.
have they not?
Yeah.
Are they the
Whereas
ones
the
who were
boys, I think,
desperate?
have won once before.
Oh, anyway, they got 27.5. They played a +1. They didn't need to in the end, but they played it. And Meg and Dan actually failed for their honesty, right?
Yeah, totally.
Because they would have won if they got the +1 smelly point.
And then hadn't been -1.
But
That was
they're
crazy.
They're pure people. They're good people. It was just pouring out of Meg.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
like, I just have to say, the cake.
Just an
I bought
amazing
it.
deathbed confession to be like, it wasn't a real cake. It's like no one thought the cake, the shitty supermarket 2-day-old cake, was the smell. Because they've done all the beautiful artful presentation in there.
I think the judges said that they won for the cake and the cake smell and so on. So it was, they didn't need to win another. They're doing all
No,
right.
they're doing so well. But you can tell they just feel sorry for them. But they're just lovely.
They're lovely people. Anyway, that's our podcast. A podcast by some lovely people and a tiny horse.
We should get a tiny
I think we should get a tiny horse. A tiny horse and a talking fridge. We're putting them straight to the top of the budget.
That could be the new podcast, is them just chatting around. Hey. We're out of milk.
Thank you, Tina, for recording this absolute mess. Thank you, Duncan. Thank you, Alex. Thank you to the Cornies, and we will catch you guys next week.
So sorry.
We're out of milk.
Kia ora, I'm Duncan Grieve, founder of The Spinoff. You can help us keep all of The Spinoff's award-winning journalism free for everybody by becoming a member today at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Kia ora e te iwi, Te Aihe Butler here, podcast manager at The Spinoff. If you enjoy listening to our podcasts, consider supporting our mahi by signing up to become a Spinoff member at thespinoff.co.nz/donate. The Spinoff Podcast Network.